Welcome back guys to a new video. Now today I thought I'd upload this video as sort of a throwback for anyone that has played Ark Survival Evolved since the start, or even, you know, in the early access days, because there was so many problems like this going through. Some were annoying and some were funny, and I thought, you know, this would be quite a good idea for people to sort of, you know, have that sort of nostalgic feeling of when the game was first released. And we're going to be going through a little list of some of the most funniest things that used to happen. Now, if you guys do enjoy today's video, as always, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. As you guys know, another reason why I'm making this video is there's a countdown currently going on for Ark Survival Evolved, and there's only 3 days left while I'm recording this, and it is going to hopefully be the announcement of Extinction, which is the third and final DLC. So I thought, again, that's why I'd make the video, to bring it back to the days when there was only the island on Ark, and that is all we could play. But anyway, let's just get straight on with the video, talking about the different things that happened in early access. So, the first thing, crashing as soon as the game loads. I don't know if you guys will remember this, but it used to happen to me so much in the past when I would be like, should we all go on Ark? And all my friends would jump onto Ark, and every single one of us would be like, oh, my game's crashed, oh, my game's crashed, and it would happen as soon as we load up the game. If you were lucky, you would get to the official server page, and then as soon as you got to that, you would try and search for a server, and then the game would just be like, nope, and then you'd just be kicked off instantly. It would either do that freeze thing and make that really, really loud noise and kick you off, or just kick you off the game. I think sometimes you get as far as trying to change it from like you know, unofficial servers or, you know, official servers or anything like that, and you would try and refresh it, and as soon as you did, to even find your favorites for a server you favorited, it would just kick you off the game, and it would happen so much. Not only would that happen when you started up the game, you would just be kicked off constantly throughout your time and your experience playing Ark Survival Evolved, and it would get to the point that you get really sick, you just turn off your Xbox and you have to have like a break because it would get so frustrating. But yeah, those were some pretty crazy times. The next thing, which I think has been pretty much solved within Ark now, it used to be a huge problem back in the day. I know it still happens every now and then, but it used to be the biggest problem, which is when a raptor or any other carnivore would literally come and absolutely destroy you as soon as you spawned into the game. You wouldn't even be spawned in yet, but you would wake up and it would say you've been killed by level 100 raptor or something. Like, it was so crazy. You would try and join, either it be an official server or even a single player server, and as soon as your body would load into the server, that raptor would be there. You'd hear the footsteps of it and you were gone straight away as soon as you would spawn in. It was really funny. Well, I'd say funny now, but back then it wasn't as funny. I wouldn't really think to say that. Now, the next thing was try to kill like a trike or a stego or something with one spear as soon as you spawn in, or like or try and knock it out with like one trank arrow. You would think like, oh look, I finally made this, I am so strong, and you'd run straight up to a trike with this spear feeling really strong, and you try and attack it, and that was again then just game over for you straight away. And then you realize that you can't fight off a trike with one spear or try and knock out a stego with one trank dart, because you know this always ends up being a very, very bad time. I didn't even mean trank dart. I'm sure you can with one trank dart, but I was talking about trank arrows. But anyway, the next thing, which I know a lot of you guys will remember, is starting up playing Ark Survival Evolved with your friend for the first time, and you're like, okay, so let's make a server, like how do we do this? And you're trying to work out whether it's a dedicated server, and you're like, oh no, look, official server, this is what a non-dedicated server, sorry, that's what I'm trying to do. You join in with your friend, you're really excited, first time playing Ark with your friend, and then you realize that as soon as you go about 1 minute from each other, like I don't even know what I'm even going to say there, the host barrier absolutely destroys you. And I remember right at the start of the game, the host barrier was so small, you could barely move inches from each other, and it would get to the point that because if you as the host would go so far away, the barrier would actually drag the person, no matter what they were doing. If they were in the air, if they were just trying to ride their mount, it would literally be like a wave that would just wipe them out, and it wasn't subtle either. It was like this panicky bar that would do whatever it could take to just wipe the person off. And I've had many friends in the past when I'd been the host just completely rage off my server on my non-dedicated one, because they would just be wiped off the side of a cliff and lose everything because of this host barrier. I know they've extended it these days with the Xbox One X being out and stuff, and now you can get Nitrado servers, so I think that pretty much has sorted it. I know there's still people that comment constantly saying, where's the host barrier going to ever be taken away and stuff, because there's some people that may not be able to afford or want to pay for Nitrado servers and might still have the old console, so they probably still have that very, very frustrating host barrier, but it has been extended a little bit because at the start you could even barely move. Now, the next thing is talking about official servers, and it's when you were like, okay, I want to, like, I've played single player, I haven't really got any friends that play Ark, so, like, I'll jump onto an official server. So, jumping onto an official server on Ark, you get really excited and your settings were all turned up and stuff, and you go onto an official server and you realise what the stats were. Now, don't get me wrong, actually, I don't think on the console right at the start they had server settings, so you would literally just be used to that anyway, but when they came into it and then you decided to move on to official servers, you would be like, what is this? You see the server rates, everyone's got like the best T-Rex or something, you're like, nope, not for me, and you would come straight back onto your single player server. That used to happen to me quite a lot, and then once you build up, you realise, right, I'm actually going to try and grind up this on an official server and go through the pain of the long grind of trying to tame on official server rates. The next thing, again, is on a official server thing, is when you would join. I know this still happens now, so this is one of the facts that still happens now within Ark. Joining an official server, and as soon as you spawn in, there would always be a bunch of people that would either have set up a trap for you, and you would literally just spawn into a box, and you could not get out of that spawn. You would try and play the physical game on the official server, something the game, well, Wildcard had provided for you, and you'd be stuck in a box, and you couldn't move, and you couldn't even, you'd have to wait for your hunger bar to, to turn off, and then you would leave, and then go on to another server, and you'd be stuck in a box again. And then that also links to when you're on the beach, you're collecting some berries as you spawn in, you might build a like wooden, not a wooden pick, sorry, we're going back to the Minecraft days there, a stone pick or anything like that, and then all of a sudden a massive griffin comes along. I know that wasn't the start of the game, so that's, we won't talk about a griffin, but a pteranodon, and picks you up, and then an alpha tribe just wipes you out, and it's just someone wiping the beach of new players as soon as you join in, basically. And it used to happen all the time to me. It would be very, very frustrating. Now, the next thing was the lag. There's still lag in Ark Survival Evolved. Everyone complains about it. Ragnarok was named Lagnarok, and because it was just so laggy, and there was huge problems within that. But I remember the first time I played Ark, I was so excited, but every single time we would move, I would lag. It would, every 5 minutes, if that be even less, the lag would be unbearable. It would hurt my eyes. It was that painful. And you would be like, this game would be so good if they just didn't have this much lag. And as time's gone on, they've really improved it. You can actually play Ark now on your single player server on an Xbox One X, lag free basically. And I'm sure even on an Xbox One, you can still play it even with less lag now because of the improvements they've made. But it used to be so painful. I'm not too sure what it's like on official servers these days, so if you guys play on official servers, let me know what the lag's like, because I actually haven't played on an official server now ever since my Nitrado server, so that's a very long time ago. So let me know what's going on with the lag there. And finally, of the list that I decided to just randomly think up, it didn't take too long because there was so many different problems. Your whole single player world randomly deleting itself. Happened to me twice, very frustrating, and I saw so many people in the comment sections of my old videos saying, I don't even know what to do. My whole world that I spent you know, hours and hours and days on end doing, weeks and months and years, no, not years, but has just completely gone. Some people got them back and some people didn't. I didn't, but which was obviously very frustrating. I completely lost my whole save on, I think it could have been, I can't remember, it might have been either the center or the island. I think it was the island. And then the other one was actually my random generated map. I did actually a lot of work on that, and it just completely was gone, and I had no idea where it went. I never got it back, and it was a very, very sad day. Now anyway, that is everything that I thought of off the top of my head when I was making this video, guys, you know, from my little list. And I know there's still so much stuff that I could go on about in this video because there were so many funny things. So let me know in the comment section down below some of the things that you remember. And also, tell me some of your funniest Ark stories. Maybe they could link to some of these problems said in the video or some of the problems that you had, because it's always good looking back to Ark Survival Evolved and reading some of your funny stories, because I think I did a video on the start of Ark Survival Evolved to what it's like now, and I saw some great stories that you guys put in, so I'd love to read some more, so make sure to do that in the comment section down below. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. If you did enjoy, as always, drop a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. See you guys later.